And I'm Karen, and we're Sustainably Chic, coming to you with all things both fabulous and thrifty in the world of sustainable living. Thank you for joining us today. Today, we're going to discuss the importance of a well-stocked pantry filled with essential items that everyone needs on a regular and daily basis. And we're talking about enough in terms of saving you both time and, most importantly, money. If you see this right here, this is our handy dandy cheat sheet of thoughts that we have today. But anyway, so also having the right essential items, dry goods on hand will help you in a myriad of ways. Having a well-stocked dry goods pantry, sometimes referred to as a chef's pantry, will help you be able to build upon your favorite recipes and even tackle some new ones.
Dry goods are usually the least expensive and most versatile ingredients in your kitchen. We like to purchase these items in bulk if possible and try to buy enough that will last us 6 weeks.
At least 6 weeks. And so, you might be asking yourself, well, you're probably not, because everybody's familiar with what dry goods are. And like Maya said, a lot of the times dry goods are cost the least amount of money to fill up your cabinet. So you have canned goods, you'll have rice, oatmeal, dried raisins, dried fruit, your nuts and seeds, your beans. All these things you're thinking on average, your flour, sugar,
Canned goods.
Yeah, I said canned goods. But we're going to give you a couple of examples of the items that we keep in our pantry. And we also here, we refer to our pantry as a chef's pantry. I think that's because we just that was my inspiration for building our pantry. And because, sometimes you'll watch a cooking show, perhaps, and you'll look in that pantry that they'll go to for things, and you'll see all of these different things in their pantry. And me watching it, I thought to myself, well, what is in there and why do they have those things in there? Oh, just to point out too, I am not a bulk shopper. I do believe, however, in having backups. But sometimes bulk shopping, depending on what the item actually is, can cause you to buy way too much, and then some of your items actually go rancid from sitting on the shelf for too long. Typically, for flour, sugar, or anything like that, I'll buy an extra bag or two, depending on the circumstance or what have you. But other than that, I tend to just buy two of everything. I'm not opposed to bulk shopping, but I just think if I'm going to buy something in bulk, it has to be something that I'm constantly using, and that way it stays in use and it stays fresh. Nothing worse than getting flour that's kind of rancid or nuts that have been sitting too long.
Did you just say kind of rancid? We can ignore some of it. But you said it, just some of it's rancid. You're not going to die immediately. It might take a while.
Rancid just means it's off. Or your nuts have been sitting in there too long,
nuts.
Your almonds, they're chewy rather than crunchy. Your walnuts have been in there too long. That's what I'm talking about. Or your flour has been sitting too long and is not baking properly or mixing properly with your baking powder and baking flour. We've had that happen before, where we've had baking soda for too long or baking powder for too long. It just doesn't function the same way it should.
Yeah,
but now to Maya's favorite part, which is
showing things. It's like she just cut us out. The professional aspect just disappeared.
So we're just going to give you an example of some of the things. We're going to give examples of items that we actually have in our chef's pantry. The essential items. Well, this is just a few things because we didn't want to, bore you all to death with.
There's more.
There's a yeah.
Which you'll be surprised at the end of this video how many there is, but there's
yeah,
more.
right. So let's just get to it.
Okay.
Okay.
Legumes. Those word. That word. What's that word?
Legumes.
Legumes. Okay, let's do legumes. Legumes. Cut that.
It's the braces. Legumes.
I'm not wearing braces.
Oh, I was trying to give you an out. Okay.
Can I do beans?
Yeah, beans.
Yeah, let's just
yeah. Okay, so I'll start on my side with the beans that I have on my side. So we use red lentils. Great in a soup. If you want the lentil that goes soft, and you can like blend it really good or whatnot, red lentils. We always have these on hand.
That's not a bean.
Split peas.
It's not a bean, that's a vegetable.
It's not a vegetable.
It's like you just see me fall off the camera.
These are split peas and lentils, which obviously we need to fill up.
Brown lentils, those are red
yeah,
lentils?
so we have brown lentils and red lentils. Okay, what's on your side, Maya?
This are black beans, and for a second.
Oh, sorry.
These are black beans. Sorry, my voice sounds. There's just this weird person here. I almost forgot what these were called when I pulled them out, and it was a very scary thought.
Okay. Cannelli beans.
Cannelli?
Mm-hmm.
These are cannelli beans said by.
Or just a white bean. Yeah.
White beans.
Yeah.
And I'm trying not to scrape the one with
everyone's
table.
favorite chili bean is the pinto. Well, I don't know. Yours could be kidney beans. I'm not sure.
Those are used for haystacks. Those are delicious. Sorry that.
Yeah, or taco salad. Okay. Now the next thing that we're gonna go to. What's the next one? Dried fruit. That's on Maya's side.
Okay.
So we keep a lot of.
This is dried mangoes. I don't know if you can see really well, but these are dried mangoes. They're delicious. You need them. You just need them in your pantry. These are dried cranberries, otherwise known as craisins.
No, they're just.
They're actually not called craisins,
but I called them craisins when they were growing, when they were really
that was because
small.
there was a company called
Craisins. Yeah. So you remember, it was by Ocean Spray, and you could buy them in the pack. But
wait,
I mean,
get it.
hey, you don't have to do that with Trader Joe's around. You just buy the cranberries.
But it's called craisins because it's cranberry raisins.
Yeah, that's why they did it.
Okay, I just figured that out. My life is a lie. Okay.
Yeah, you just put in their lunch and everything.
These are
and then the staple, the raisins.
Yeah,
I put a lot of these dry fruits in our granola.
No, they're not stuck together.
No, they're not. That's why I get that kind. Trader Joe's,
like
I think personally Trader Joe's has some of the best prices on their dried fruit. That as far as getting a lot for your money. Grains. The next thing we'll do are grains and some grains. But no, it's not. But like dried stuff. Okay, so
that's a grain.
Yeah. So I'm gonna push it to your side. So oatmeal, keep a lot of that.
Yeah, so tell this is not it. There's more.
Yeah. Because we make granola quite a bit. Grits.
I don't think that's a grain, but yeah.
It is a grain.
What is grits made out of?
Grain.
You don't know.
Grits. Hominy.
I don't know.
I think that's the same thing. Cornmeal.
This is coarse ground, and that's not coarse ground. That's
I just poured it all in there. Flour.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put this back on your side. It doesn't fit, but this is flour. Like, of course, if you know that.
And then we have whole wheat pastry flour. Mm-hmm. And then I'll finish off my side. So we also have rice, and yes, this is a pickle jar.
Is rice a grain?
Yeah, it's a grain.
Yeah, so you didn't finish off your side. That's a grain.
Oh yeah, sorry, I wasn't thinking. So rice, I was gonna say this is a pickle jar. For those of you trying to save your jars and whatnot, I bought the pickle jar that was $3.99 that was filled to the brim with pickles.
It was delicious.
She likes pickles.
My dad and I would eat them. And
I don't really care.
She got a lot of jars out of it.
And I got a lot of jars for $3.99, and they're huge. So I kept it. So we have two jars filled. We have 10 pounds of rice because we use a lot of rice.
How do you know the exact poundage of rice?
Because the bag had 10 pounds of it.
Oh, I was like,
Maya's favorite, I'm just joking, quinoa.
oh, you didn't get the couscous.
Oh, I forgot. No, I think we used it. And
We have
couscous. And couscous cooks fast, so that's why we have that. And then brown sugar. We
I
have
like couscous.
white sugar and everything, but I figure everybody has that. Oh, and we have maple syrup and honey too, but I don't want to drag all that stuff out.
Okay.
So that's my side done.
Mine are nuts. Plenty. Okay, sorry. These are almonds.
Yeah.
Why are you saying it like just?
Because I think, yeah, we get it.
These are sunflower seeds. I don't know what they're actually called. I know what pumpkin seeds are called.
Anyway, I would say the best place to get
What are these actually called?
nuts and seeds are, if you have a Trader Joe's nearby, if you live in the U.S. or whatnot, they have the best prices. You get the most bang for your buck there on your nuts and seeds, as well as your dried fruit.
So you don't end up with unsalted nuts. I mean, they'd still be delicious, but
Yeah.
they'd just be unsalted. And these are walnuts. I don't know how well you can see that, but these are
And
walnuts.
now we're gonna move to things that, like that we keep a lot of sauces and oils as well. We didn't bring all of those out to show you. I wouldn't let her because we would be here for a very long time. So we don't want to keep you all that long. So anyway, we're just showing you a few items that we have
You
on
go
hand.
first.
I only have one item.
I
Okay.
know.
So you should always have some good olive oil.
We barely got to see it.
Go ahead.
Okay. This is hoisin sauce. It's an Asian substitute for oyster sauce.
It's used in Asian cooking.
Yeah, it's
so,
used in Asian cooking, but it's a substitute for oyster sauce. It's like
or you can use
sweet
oyster
and-
sauce too.
I don't eat oyster sauce. That's why we have it. I was trying to explain when we have it.
Oh,
Thank you
okay.
very much.
I just forgot to buy oyster sauce the last time.
Okay. This is tahini. It's a lot of tahini. We have another tahini that's a little bit smaller, but we haven't finished this one yet, so we still have tahini. It's
And
really
that's-
good for making hummus.
Yeah, so if you like to make hummus, you should always have that on hand as well. Save you a ton of time. I used to buy the little jar, but then once we started making it over and over again, it was better just to buy the bigger jar
It's not a jar, but
or a bigger container.
This is balsamic vinaigrette.
We use it mostly to make our salad dressings.
Yeah, so it still has a lot in it, but you know, 'cause it's kind of hard to consume. These two are twins. This is red wine and this is white wine vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't opened them yet because we still had some vinegar left over. This is tips. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong. Fish oil. It's good
Is it
for
fish oil or fish sauce?
It's fish sauce, but ignore this lady, okay? And stop interrupting. And it's good for Asian cuisine, and you don't actually use very much of it. That's why it's still to go.
Yeah.
And then we have
Last
the
but not
infamous
least,
soy sauce. Everyone knows what this is. This has it's organic soy sauce. It's from Whole Foods,
Yeah.
but soy sauce. Everyone knows what this. Well, most people do, so I don't think
Keeping any of these items on hand will help you, as we stated before, to not have to run to the grocery store so often or make several miscellaneous trips. Also, the other thing that we do too is we tend to keep a list of the items that are going low. We keep up with that list so that when we go to the grocery store, we're able to buy another item to fill up the jar. Also, I like to keep not necessarily a backup jar, but I like to keep 2 jars filled with the same item. And that way, when one is empty, I just rotate that to the back and then pull the new one up. And that way I know, we can all know that that jar needs to be filled. And so we're not, when we're out of something, it's not necessarily gone. It just means that the other jar needs to be filled up. And on that note, we thank you all for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and tell us, in the comments below, tell us what you have in your pantry. And maybe there's some things that we don't have and that we can add to our pantry as well. Don't you think? I would love to know that.
Tell us if you want to know about something to do with
Yeah.
our pantry or
Just
kitchen or sustainability in general. And
yeah, and we plan on
Sorry.
moving on from the kitchen at some point,
yeah, we've been
sharing
there
you
for a
with
while.
yeah. But we thought we would just finish out the kitchen series before moving on to the next thing. And I think that we were talking about finishing off with going on doing a grocery haul, so you could actually see what it is that we pick up when we grocery shop. That would be like a little vlog, I guess, because they will be very long because we tend to go to probably about 4 stores.
We'll explain why we go to like 4 stores.
Right.
We don't just go to
Like
4 stores
random,
for a
yeah,
reason.
and that's why we try typically to stay away from random grocery store
It's
runs.
What's deals and why we go there.
Yeah,
For what price? It's like Trader Joe's has best nuts, so.
Yeah, and we go to an Italian grocery store that specifically deals with like olive oil, pasta sauces, where we got our vinegar. Yeah, it's really good. But on that note, we won't want to keep you all any longer. We thank you all for watching. Please comment, subscribe, add some comments below because we really like to know what you use in your pantry, and maybe we can add it to our pantry.
We've already done this part.
I know, I was just reiterating. Wow.
I'm gonna get fired from the show, so it was nice knowing you guys.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.